Alright guys, Alex, Jamison here
Yes.
with a new video here.
Yes.
Talking about our 2018 favorite stuff.
Yes, best of.
This one we're talking about games
Yes.
that surprised us, games we liked. We're also doing some other ones with movies and TV shows and stuff, so just look in the channel for that as it's coming out, or will be coming out.
Yes.
And this time, talking about games like I said.
Yes.
So, go. Games of this year that really...
Okay, so we're gonna put a little quick side note. Smash is new. We'll touch on Smash for sure, but I'm not gonna get it Game of the Year just because it's still new. The DLC hasn't hit yet. I'm still playing it, and I'm playing a butt ton of it. But to me, the best game I have played this year is without a question. It's not close. Yes, I said not close. It's the new God of War game.
I have to agree.
I thoroughly enjoyed the franchise as a whole as I have played through it. The only exception, Ascension, was okay, wasn't great. But as a fan of mythology in general, the fact that they were willing to jump ship from Greek mythology and go to Norse, which I think is underrated as far as being able to use it. I mean, it's just as deep and rich as Greek mythology is, but it hasn't been delved into deep in the gaming world as much for whatever reason. I don't know why. They changed so much about how the game is played.
Yeah.
Visually, like, the graphics, freaking incredible. They give Kratos this, rage monster, like a calmer presence. Like, he's almost kind of control his rage because now he has a son. Like, where the fart this came from? Everybody saw that in the trailer. It's like, boy. Because, boy. Oh, goodness. Everything about it, the realization when he finds the Blades of Chaos later in the game, when that happens, that nostalgia just...
Yep.
Everything. Like, great game. It's great combat. Challenging. Fighting the Valkyries was a great touch. And bugs are hard.
The thing that is great is that they take such a big franchise and they're not afraid to try new things.
Correct.
And it works so well.
Yes.
Because that's when you know you have an experienced development team.
Yes.
When they can take a risk like that, but be fully confident in taking that risk. And it definitely pays off. Another thing that I think is underappreciated, there's no loading screens.
No!
When you play that
You're
game...
right! Why did I just put that in? Holy cow, that's crazy!
When you go to play another game, you're like, oh yeah, I walk into a house and you're like, wait, why is there a loading screen? Yeah. You get so used to it because it's so
Once
awesome.
you get through the initial loading screen to bring the game up, once you're in, there is not a loading screen.
Yeah, it's just got like the transitions with like
cutscenes.
It loads between cutscenes and stuff, but there's no
it's
stopping.
Seamless.
There's no
It is the most immersive. That's the right word.
Yep.
Immersive game you will play to date.
Yeah.
It's not. The only way it can be more immersive is to play a game in VR.
Yeah.
See, that's it.
Santa Monica, we want God of War in VR.
Oh my god!
Right now.
He got the Oculus, so it's doable. Holy cow!
We could talk about that game forever. Let's try to talk about
it. Yeah, let's get some.
God of War is amazing.
Yes.
Some other ones that were really good. Red Dead 2 is very good.
Very good.
It is. I mean, it's Red Dead. It's
It's
Rockstar. They know how to make open world games. But again, it's like I said, God of War is just amazing. You just can't compare. It's like art.
Yes.
Right. Red Dead 2, the story and everything is really good, but God of War is just. It's unfortunate that they're in the same year.
Right. There's so many funny videos out there. People riding horse failures in Red Dead 2.
Every 5
if you want to find some good highlights, by all means, go to his Twitch channel.
Oh man,
I've nearly passed out.
I'm like, all right, guys, let's see if I can start this day off without running into a tree. Wham!
30 seconds. 30 seconds into the stream, just eats the tree.
Every time, dude. I don't know what it is. It's like I swear the horse magnetizes into trees. I swear.
Oh shoot.
So that's really good. Spider-Man was surprisingly good.
Sure.
Very good. Another experienced studio.
Yep.
But that was very good. And again, Smash.
We have to touch on it.
We have to touch on it.
Yes.
I know it is new, but the thing that's amazing to me is you can have Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate side by side, and they look very, very similar.
Yep.
But when you actually play them, the difference is night and day.
It's holy cow.
It feels so much smoother. It's more responsive.
Faster
paced.
The
mechanics.
They add the big change. Yes, the big change to me that's a huge improvement is the way they change shield and dodging.
Yep.
Because of like the diagonal and roll dodge on the ground. The way they brought the penalty on them. Like there's a penalty for for shielding too much. Basically, if you just keep shielding and it wears down faster. If you just keep roll dodging, you have like a longer delay.
Because it goes shorter distances.
Right. It forces action.
Yep.
Which is what you want fighting games to do. To me, Smash 4 and even in Brawl, everybody's first reaction, like in pro gamers too, like their first reaction was to shield or roll.
Yeah.
Like once they got close, their first reaction was never to actually engage.
Yeah, they're just trying to feel each other out a lot.
Yeah, like that was always the first reaction, and like is shield or roll. It's like you in a fighting game. It's the whole point is to be in each other's face. Or, you know, if you're a ranged character, obviously trying to get some damage.
Get them out of your face.
Get them out of your face. But to engage each other and whatever your character strategy is. The fact that they brought back every character is 95% good. The 5% bad is the fact that Pikachu and Pichu both exist, while Pichu is a very good character now. While he was terrible in Melee, he's a very good character now. I hate the fact they both exist because it's redundant.
There's a lot of redundancy, especially with Echo Fighters and stuff.
Yeah, the fact that Echo Fighters exist kind of frustrating.
They have Echo Fighters, but then they don't put in like Waluigi still. Like,
yeah.
It just baffles me.
Yeah, because like Peach and Daisy literally are the most identical of all the Echo Fighters.
Richter and Simon are, again, just the aura.
Right, but there's literally no difference in Peach and Daisy's.
Yeah.
Literally nothing. Movie has it looks different. Because used to you can just have you can play Peach and give her a Daisy skin, or she has Daisy's hair color and yellow dress.
It's kind of pointless.
Like the Echo Fighters are a little frustrating to me. Like they play too similarly.
Yeah.
But the fact and Young Link and Toon Link need to be burned off the face of the earth in Smash franchise.
Young Link is good,
but
though.
They are
no.
I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying their existence in the game is for
the redundancy.
If one is in there, I'm fine. I don't like it, but I can swallow one of the two being in there.
Yeah.
But essentially, you have two Kid Links that have very similar.
Yeah.
And all three of them, like Link, Young Link, and Link,
similar.
And Toon Link, I mean, all have identical movesets. Now the moves work a little differently.
Yeah, the speed and damage.
But they all have a sword to shield. They all have bombs and boomerangs and a bow.
Yeah.
So I don't like the fact that they're in there. But anyway, that's beside the point. Overall, but the fact all the stages that are available, the sheer number of characters that are all mostly unique, with the exception of the Echo Fighters, the amount of content that's in there that you don't know until you really get in there. Like the Squad Strike was the thing they didn't really talk about, which I think is really cool. The Smashdown option is really cool. You fight while you eliminate characters once they're used. That's awesome because I loved not playing the same character over and over again. Because to me, you're a better player if you can play with more than just 3 characters.
Yep.
Definitely. Obviously. And then the Spirit mode. Like the actual adventure mode. Spirit board's kind of cool and quirky and whatnot. But it's deep.
Yeah,
that's a lot of content. And dang it, there's some freaking hard ones in there. If you haven't fought the boss or Gino, because those are the two that are giving me the biggest freaking headache that I still have not beaten yet. Granted, I'm playing adventure mode on normal, not easy, not hard yet. I want to get through it first, and I may try to beat it on hard if I feel like a crazy person.
Hurting yourself.
Like playing Dark Souls, essentially. Those 2 fights, if you have beat them, please let me know in the comments who you used, the spirit combo that you used for your spirit makeup, because I would like to beat those, because obviously there's a challenge to clear the board, and therefore I have to do that.
Yeah. Well, Smash was awesome.
And
God of War, amazing. Red Dead 2, so good.
Crossing fingers for good DLC characters for Smash. Piranha Plant, why
Man.
the fart? Why?
Dude, I think Piranha's going to be awesome.
But once again, it's not necessarily a problem with him being there.
Yeah, it's just why him of all characters.
But why him of all characters?
Well, I guess that might depend on what the other DLC characters are. Once we know who those are, then that might explain why.
Because it should have been Waluigi.
Watch the last one be Waluigi, like the very last one.
And the new one they announced was Joker from Persona 5, another like third-party character.
I haven't really played Persona, but I heard it's amazing.
Same here. I have not played the franchise. If you played Persona 5, tell us what you think about that character, how you may fit in Smash.
One last thing too. One of my surprises, a smaller game, always like.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Good about. I always like to see like indie developers and stuff make games because it's always nice to have new developers on the scene. Yes. Celeste, surprisingly good. I believe it's on pretty much everything. But yeah, it's like $20 or something. It might be less now because it came out like early in the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like a platformer that brings back a lot of like old nostalgia kind of platforming, but it's just really good. The mechanics feel really smooth. It's a simple concept, but lots of It's good. If you haven't played it or whatever, you should look into it for sure.
It's on my to-do list now.
Yeah, I told him. I don't know why I didn't tell him about it before.
Never has. He asked me, "Do you have a Switch?" I was like,
"Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes like you talk before your brain reacts to what you're. I don't know. It happens."
Oh, it's funny.
But did you have anything that kind of surprised you or stood out a little bit, or maybe just?
In all honesty, no individual game I think that really surprised me like how good it was.
Mm-hmm.
But in all honesty, I am, even with the complaints I listed, I'm surprised that Smash for the most part has met the expectations.
Yeah.
Because you have a franchise like that. Same thing with God of War.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a franchise in Red Dead.
Yeah.
A franchise who already has an established bar that is that dadgum high.
Yeah. It's true.
Even just to hit that bar is sometimes an underrated thing for developers to have to do.
Definitely.
And as if you've watched the channel at all, both World of Warcraft players, I think that's the problem. We've seen so many complaints, negative comments about how BFA is going. I'm one of the few not as Debbie Downers. I've got some things I'm frustrated about, obviously, but everybody else is like it's just abandoned ship kind of thing for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I think it's just that it's one of those things that the Legion expansion was so good.
It's pretty good.
So good. But probably the second best expansion.
You know, one reason why it was? Because they tried new things. BFA is like Legion 2.0.
Yes.
Because they added like all the Mythic Plus dungeons and everything like that. They tried a bunch of new stuff.
Yeah.
They even did the people hated it. The rescaling.
Right. And complaints are out there. It's like, well, there's no new content. That's not correct in BFA. There's all kinds of new content. If you don't like it, that's fine. But at least they're not just putting it in the same. Because Warfronts are new. Island Expeditions are new.
Yeah.
The faction incursions, are kind of like Legion Invasions, but they are different because they're faction based. So but they feel more intact to the story.
Yeah.
Whereas the Legion Invasions really didn't fit the story. They were just kind of themed to fit the expansion. They didn't make as much sense then as the faction incursions. Like it's an actual faction war between two islands.
Yeah.
It makes more sense. Now, if you don't like Island Expeditions, you don't like Warfronts, that's fair. I'm not saying you have to like them, but once again, I would rather them try to do those things and them not work.
Yeah.
Than just give us more dungeons, give us more raids.
Yeah.
And the same thing. And then one thing, Battle for Desire Lore from taping is now
2-3 weeks.
A little less. It was 3 weeks from New Year's Day because it came out the 24th. So and all of the PTR things, everybody says it's great. It's different. They are doing the thing with
the Alliance and Horde are different.
Yeah, 3 boss fights, and then the 3 that you did, or the 3 that Alliance do first, are 6 through 9 for the Horde. And
yeah, it's slightly different.
And you play it as a flashback kind of thing, and you actually were going to be race changed, and your racials go with you, so that's going to be cool. And, yeah.
I didn't hear about all that.
Yeah, right.
I've been just
and the Wowhead has the whole thing posted. So if you are a WoW player, you want to go look. It shows you based on what class and race you are now, what race and class you will turn into. Main Troll Shaman will become a Draenei Shaman, which is fine with me. I'm one of the people who actually do like Draenei. Because I like the fact I like playing unique races that you can't find in other games. I love my favorite races are like Worgans, Draenei's, because they're unique. The uniqueness.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you can get dwarves and elves and humans and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, we'll probably talk more about that
for sure
when the new patch and everything comes out. We'll probably get
new patches out. Getting the new raid.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Well, it's like a sub patch technically, I guess. But yeah, we'll get Aquaman. I mean, Jason Momoa, Caleb, back in here probably for that.
We will have our what do you call him?
Poor man's Justin.
Yes, poor man's Momoa.
We'll probably have him come in.
Absolutely.
Go over all that stuff when it comes out.
Because he still has the flowing locks and the beard. He still looks like him.
But yeah, that's some of our thoughts with last year's gaming stuff and maybe some stuff coming this year. We'll probably go into that as well. It'll be another thing.
Absolutely.
But yeah, guys, if you have what were your top games for the year? Is there anything that stood out to you or surprised you? Let us know down in the comments below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.